Today I am covering one of the best hip hop artists that is working his way over to the countryside. I've got it all about Post Malone. I'm your host, James Shelton, and this is The Melody.
Student, now we're ready to share stories of melodies that fill the air. From rock and roll to soul and everything in between. We'll take you on a journey, it's a sonic dream. Welcome to the Melody Podcast, where music comes alive.
Austin Richard Post, born July 4th, 1995, known professionally as Post Malone, is an American rapper, singer, songwriter, and record producer. Malone has gained acclaim for blending genres and subgenres of hip hop, pop, R&B, and trap music. His stage name was derived from inputting his birth name into a rap name generator. Malone began his music career in 2011 and gained recognition with his 2015 debut single, White Iverson, which peaked at number 14 on the US Billboard Hot 100. Malone signed a recording contract with Republic Records and released his debut album, Stoney. It contained the diamond single Congratulations featuring Quavo and set the record for most weeks, 77, on the US Billboard Top R&B and Hip Hop Albums chart. His second album, Beer Bongs and Bentleys, debuted at number 1 on the US Billboard 200 and set several streaming records. It also contained the US number 1 singles Rockstar featuring 21 Savage and Psycho featuring Ty Dolla $ign, and was nominated for Album of the Year at the 61st Annual Grammy Awards. His third number 1, Sunflower, with Sway Lee, was the promotional and lead single to the soundtrack for the film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and was included on Malone's third album, Hollywood's Bleeding. The album was his second number one. Its second single, Circles, reached number 1 and set the record for most weeks, 39, in the top 10 on the Hot 100. His fourth album, 12 Carat Toothache, was released in June 2022, spearheaded by the US top 10 singles I Like You, A Happier Song, featuring Doja Cat, and One Right Now with The Weeknd. Among the best-selling music artists with over 80 million records sold, Malone has won 10 Billboard Music Awards, 3 American Music Awards, and 1 MTV Video Music Award, and received 9 Grammy Award nominations. He holds several Billboard chart records. He is the first solo artist to top the rap, airplay, and adult contemporary charts, while Circles sets the record for the longest climb to number 1, 41 weeks, on the adult contemporary chart by a solo artist. Austin Richard Post was raised by his father, Richard Post, and his stepmother, Jody. His father had been a DJ in his youth and introduced Malone to many different genres of music, including hip hop, country, and rock. When Malone was 9 years old, he and his family moved to Grapevine, Texas, after his father became the manager of concessions for the Dallas Cowboys. Malone began to play guitar and auditioned for the American band Crown the Empire in 2010, but was rejected after his guitar strings broke during the audition. He credited his initial interest in learning guitar to the video game Guitar Hero. Malone had always had a love for alternative rock music and appeared for a DJ set at Emo Night in Los Angeles, California in June 2017, playing songs by American alt-rock band My Chemical Romance at the event. According to Malone, his first foray into professional music began when he was in heavy metal band. He says soon afterward he transitioned to softer rock as well as hip-hop, before beginning to experiment on the FL Studio. According to Malone, he chose Post Malone as his stage name when he was 14 or 15. The name was rumored to be a reference to the professional basketball player Karl Malone, but Malone later explained that Post is his last name, and he used a rap name generator to get Malone at 16. Using the editor Odyssey, Malone created his first mixtape, Young and After Them Riches. He showed it to some of his classmates at Grapevine High School. He was voted most likely to become famous by his classmates as a senior in high school. He worked at a Chicken Express as a teenager. Malone later enrolled in a Tarrant County College but dropped out. After leaving college, Malone moved to Los Angeles, California with his longtime friend Jason Probst, a professional game streamer. After moving to Los Angeles, Malone, Probst, and several other producers and artists formed the music group BLCK VRD and recorded music together. Several members of the group, including Malone, moved into a house in Los Angeles in the San Fernando Valley together. While living in Fernando Valley, Malone met record producers FKI and Sauce Lord Rich, who formed the production team FKI, as well as Rex Kudo, who produced several of Malone's tracks, including White Iverson. Malone recorded the song 2 days after writing it. The lyrics of White Iverson allude to Basketball Hall of Fame player Allen Iverson. In February 2015, upon completion, it was uploaded to Malone's SoundCloud account, and on July 19, 2015, Malone released the music video for White Iverson. After hitting 1 million views within a month of releasing White Iverson, Malone quickly garnered attention from record labels. In August 2015, he signed a recording contract with Republic Records. Malone went on to work with a number of prominent rappers, including 50 Cent, Young Thug, Kanye West, and others. In August of 2015, he performed at Kylie Jenner's 18th birthday party, where he met Kanye West, who enjoyed his music, leading up to him collaborating with Malone on his single Fade from his album The Life of Pablo. Malone later began a friendship with Canadian singer Justin Bieber, leading to Malone being an opening act for Bieber's Purpose World Tour 2016 through 2017. On April 20th, 2016, Malone premiered his new single Go Flex on Zayn's Low Beach #1 show. On May 12th, 2016, he released his first full-length project, a mixtape titled August 26th, the title of which was a reference to the release date of his debut album. On June 9th, 2016, Malone made his national television debut on Jimmy Kimmel Live and by performing Go Flex. In June of 2016, XXL editor-in-chief Vanessa Satin revealed Malone was considered for XXL's 2016 freshman class magazine cover, but she was told by his camp that he wasn't paying attention to hip-hop so much. He was going in more of a rock-pop country direction. However, Malone denied these claims, explaining that his latest mixtape as well as his album were both hip-hop. In August 2016, Malone issued an apology for his album Stoney being late. It was available for pre-order on November 4th and was finally released on December 9th. Malone went on to call the album mediocre, despite the success of the single Congratulations featuring Quavo. Malone's first top 10 song on the Billboard Hot 100, peaking at number 8. Stoney also featured the top 100 hits I Fall Apart and Deja Vu featuring Justin Bieber, with the album later being certified double platinum by the RIAA in October 2017. In February 2017, Malone revealed the title of his next project, Beer Bongs and Bentleys, and was set to be released in December, before eventually being pushed back to 2018. In September, Malone released his first single from the album, Rockstar, featuring 21 Savage. The song peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and held the spot for 8 consecutive weeks, prompting Rolling Stone in 2017 to say he is one of the most popular musicians in the country. In November of the same year, Malone released the official music video for Rockstar. On February 20th, 2018, Malone previewed his new song with Ty Dolla $ign titled Psycho. Psycho was released on February 23rd, 2018, and a tour with 21 Savage was announced. The song debuted at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming Malone's third entry into the top 10. It would later top the charts in June of that year, becoming Malone's second number 1. On April 5th, 2018, Malone stated that Beer Bongs and Bentleys was released on April 27th, 2018. The same day, he also premiered in the song Stay during the Bud Light Dive Bar show in Nashville. Upon release, Beer Bongs and Bentleys broke the first day streaming records on Spotify with 78.7 million streams worldwide. It debuted at number one on the Billboard 200, moving 461,000 album equivalent units in the first week, with 153,000 coming from pure sales. The album was also certified platinum by the RIAA after 4 days and spawned 3 top 10 songs and 6 top 20 songs. In an interview with Billboard in May of 2018, Malone's manager announced that Malone was planning to start his own record label and film production company, and Malone later won Top Rap Song at the Billboard Music Awards for Rockstar featuring 21 Savage. Malone confirmed in June 2018 that he was writing his third album and confirmed that a festival would be taking place, organized by him, titled Posty Fest in Dallas, Texas on October 28th. Malone promised a blockbuster lineup with headliners like rapper Travis Scott. In August, Malone broke Michael Jackson's 34-year-old record for most weeks on Billboard's top R&B hip-hop albums chart, with Stoney reaching its 77th week on the ranking compared to the 76 weeks that Thriller spent. A collaboration album with rapper Mac Miller was also teased in 2018. During his appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, he previewed his song Sunflower, a collaboration with Sway Lee from the soundtrack to the film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. In November 2018, it was confirmed Malone was recording his third album in his Utah home. Malone was nominated for 4 awards at the 61st Grammy Awards for his album Beer Bongs and Bentleys. Among the nominations was Album of the Year, Record of the Year, and he also performed with the Red Hot Chili Peppers at the award show on February 10th, 2019. In July of 2019, Malone released the single Goodbyes, featuring Young Thug, and also announced a runway tour with Sway Lee as an opener. On August 5th, Malone shared a snippet of the unreleased track Circles on YouTube. He then performed the song at his second annual Bud Light Dive Bar concert and confirmed that the official song would be released the following week. That same day, and on July 25th, 2019, at the Cheyenne Frontier Days, he announced the album was finished. He released the song on August 30th, 2019. He confirmed that his third studio album would be released on September 6, 2019. On August 26, 2019, Malone announced on Twitter that his third album was called Hollywood's Bleeding, and would be released September 6, 2019. The album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, selling 489,000 album equivalent units in the first week. Hollywood's Bleeding would also go on to be nominated for Album of the Year at the 63rd Annual Grammy Awards. On March 12, 2020, Malone's concert at Denver Pepsi Center proceeded as scheduled, drawing a sellout crowd of 20,000 people, likely the last large-scale enclosed gathering in the U.S. before COVID-19 pandemic lockdowns. Malone received backlash for not canceling his sold-out arena show amid rising concerns over the COVID-19 pandemic. Reportedly, future U.S. tour dates in March were postponed by Live Nation on March 12, 2020. On April 24, 2020, Malone announced that a new album was in progress during a live stream performance. In late April 2020, Malone performed a live stream set consisting entirely of Nirvana covers from his home. Malone sang lead vocals and provided rhythm guitar for the set. He was accompanied by drummer Travis Baker, bassist Brian Lee, and lead guitarist Nick Mack. The performance raised over $5 million for the World Health Organization's COVID-19 Relief Fund. The performance also received praise from Nirvana surviving members Chris Novoselic and Dave Grohl, as well as Kurt Cobain's widow, Courtney Love. In June of 2020, Malone was featured on Tyler Yahweh's single Tommy Lee. The single the single was followed up with a remix released July 10th, 2020 featuring drums from Tommy Lee himself, as well as a re-recorded guitar instrumental. A second remix to the song featuring rapper Saint Jin was released was released on April 30th, 2021. Malone was featured on DJ Khaled's 12th studio album Khaled on the song I Did It, also featuring the baby Megan Thee Stallion and Lil Baby. On July 9th, 2021, Malone released the single Motley Crue with an accompanying music video featuring several guest stars and past collaborators and friends including Tommy Lee, Tyler, and his manager Dre London. The music video was directed by Cole Bennett of Lyrical Lemonade. On November 5th, Malone released One Right Now with The Weeknd as the lead single from his fourth studio album. On January 26, 2022, during his cover story with Billboard, Malone revealed that his fourth studio album would be titled 12 Karat 2 Fake. In April of 2022, Republic Records relaunched Mercury Records with a new roster that included Post Malone. On April 27, 2022, Post revealed that 12 Karat 2 Fake would be released June 3rd, 2022. Malone released the album's second single, Cooped Up, with Roddy Ricch on May 12, 2022. On May 14, 2022, he appeared as a musical guest on Saturday Night Live and performed Cooped Up with Rich, as well as an unreleased song titled Love Hate Letter to Alcohol, in which he was joined by Fleet Foxes. Malone had previously confirmed that he had worked with Fleet Foxes frontman Robin Pecknord on a song for the album. For the 2022 Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers film, Malone covered the theme song from the 1989 television series of the same name, originally performed by Jeff Pesito in the series and by the Jets in album releases. On August 12, 2022, the documentary film Runaway premiered on Amazon Prime Video channel, Freevee. It showed behind-the-scenes moments from the first leg of the Runway tour in 2019, as well as performances from some of the headlined dates such as New York City, Chicago, and the 2019 Posty Fest in Arlington. In April of 2023, Malone announced that he was working on a new album. On April 14th, Malone released Chemical as the lead single from his fifth studio album, Austin. On April 21st, Malone released the Diamond Collection, a 9-song compilation of his record-breaking 8 RIAA Diamond certified singles, along with the single Chemical. Malone cites Bob Dylan, in whom he became interested in music around the age of 15, as an influence on his music, calling him a genius and a god through his music. Has been called about as far away from rock and roll as you can get. He called Subterranean Homesick Blues the first rap song. He has a tattoo of Dylan as well. Malone has cited Kurt Cobain and Johnny Cash as key influences too. Malone has also cited 50 Cent, whom he called a legend, Kanye West, and Key as influences. Posty recently released a song with country artist Morgan Wallen titled I Had Some Help, which I just talked about earlier this week with the Morgan Wallen biography. Go check it out after this one. The song I Had Some Help broke the record for most streams accumulated in a day by an all-male collaboration across any genre. The song was streamed 15.9 million times on May 10th, 2024. Posty also released country tracks with Hardy and is expected to release a country album this year. So Post Malone's net worth as of this recording is around $50 million. His top 5 songs are number 1, Rockstar featuring 21 Savage with 2.4 billion streams. Number 2, Sunflower featuring Sway Lee with 2.2 billion streams. Number 3, Circles with 1.7 billion streams. Number 4, Better Now, 1.6 billion streams. And number 5, Congratulations, featuring Quavo at 1.5 billion streams. My personal favorites are White Iverson with 903 million streams, Congratulations with 1.5 billion streams, and Psycho featuring Ty Dolla $ign with 1.3 billion streams. If you'd like to see the full biography of Posty and other artists, visit shopmelody.com and view our blog. And while you're there, sign up to become a member to get access to exclusive content and discounts only for Melody members. Make sure you follow our podcast so you know when a new episode drops. Also, give us a rating and share with your friends and family, and tell them about the best new music podcasts out there. Thanks for listening.